Really quickly, we're going to go over the basics of using a micropipetter, how to make a dilution series, and how to plate that series for a plate count. Okay, so here are the things you're going to need. First, your original water sample. We're using crystal violet here. You'll see why in a little bit, but it'll be labeled with your water sample number and either pre or post. You'll be working with a partner. One of you will have pre, one of you will have post. And then you want your tubes. You should have 4.5 milliliter water blanks. These are sterile distilled water. We want to keep them sterile. Then you'll have your PCA plates. You'll have 4 of those. You'll notice here that these are labeled 10 to the minus 1, 10 to the minus 2, 10 to the minus 3, 4, and 5. Or at least you could if it were legible. Meanwhile, your PCA plates are labeled 10 to the minus 3, 10 to the minus 4, 10 to the minus 5, and 10 to the minus 6. Of course, you're also putting your lab ID and your sample on them as well. We'll talk about why those numbers are different. Hopefully you understand if you've read the manual. Here are your sterile 1,000 microliter pipette tips. 1,000 microliters equals 1 milliliter. So it's just a little bit different, but hopefully you can figure that out. We're using microliters because we're going to be working with volumes below a milliliter, and we have to do that our micropipette here. Okay, so this micropipette is a very cool, very convenient, but somewhat particular instrument. So we're going to go over the anatomy of it. Here is the tip, or where the tip goes. We'll take a look at the tips here in a bit. Here is the readout for the volume. Right now it is set to 500 microliters. This one goes from 100 microliters to 1,000 microliters, and it should say that somewhere on here, but I'm not finding it at the moment. Apologies. Here is the dial to change the volume. You can change it all the way up to 1,000, all the way down to 100. So whenever you want, you set it to 500, and that's what you'll be using. All right, here is the plunger. You'll notice that it goes down rather easily, and then if you push harder, it will go down further. Okay, so that's stop 1, that's stop 2. Okay, stop 1, stop 2. All right, finally you have the ejector for the tip. You push this down here, and it pushes the tip off. So we'll take a look at how that's used. You'll have a box of sterile 1,000 microliter pipette tips. Obviously, this has already been opened. Your box should be nicely wrapped up in aluminum foil. If it is not, it is no longer sterile, or we can't guarantee it. So ask for a new one. We will get one. When you open your box, go ahead and cross off the sterile so that someone else doesn't come and try to use it and accidentally mess up their results. All right, so inside, there's a little bit of a trick to get it open one-handed, and I'm not wasting time on that. All right, so here are the tips. You just go, and you do not touch it with your fingers. You just press down, and it will fasten on the micropipetter. You use it, and then to eject it, you push this eject button, and it pops right off. Okay, so you want to eject it into the deadall because it'll be contaminated. You don't leave this open, right? You just pop it open enough to get to a tip and close it right up again so that it remains sterile. All right, we'll go over the exact steps of how to use a micropipetter soon. Now you have some spreaders. These will be used after you've put your samples on your PCA plates. We'll see how to do that. Then you have a turntable. You might or might not have one. They're a little bit convenient, that's it. But yeah, we'll see how to do it, and we'll see how to spread without. So that's the equipment that you need. And in the next video, we'll see how to do it.